was very comfortable growing up in New York, being Italian American, and also, in my case, Jewish. My wonderful parents were first generation American, just barely, and my mother only spoke Yiddish until she went to first grade, and my father only spoke Italian till he went to the first grade. In New York at that time, there were settlement houses. They were actually funded by the city and state that helped immigrants acclimate. And my mother went to a settlement house with her girlfriends so that she could listen to a band. Well, lo and behold, this Orthodox Jewish young woman is watching the band leader, who's a saxophone player, just happens to be my father, Pasquale Calauti.
And I've seen pictures of him, ladies and gentlemen, a very handsome Italian saxophone player.
You know, and he always had that great head of hair. And anyway, my mother fell head over heels, and the two of them wound up eloping, which in the 1940s was unusual, right? And so I bring that heritage, and the heritage that has so affected me is the adventure, the sense of adventure by both of them, right?
For sure.
And the bravery, and so much of it revolved around to talking at the dinner table and eating Italian food, which my mother learned to make because my grandfather, Sederno Calauti, lived with us and taught my mother how to cook.
Oh, I love that. Was she a great cook? I guess she had to be.
No, you know, may her memory be a blessing, but my mother was not a good cook. My father was the cook in our family, and I learned to cook from him. I'm a good cook, Susan.
I've been to your house for dinner, and yes, you are. I can definitely verify that.
And Susan, tell us about your career after you left the Congress, because you had a big shot job, Susan.
Well, it was certainly a great blessing, and I loved being in the United States Congress, representing that part of New York. But I got married later in life and had my first child later in life, and so I just decided that when I was out with my constituents, I missed my child. When I was with my child, I felt bad that I wasn't with my constituents, and so at a certain point I just decided that I was going to quit the United States Congress. I'm married to another member who quit a year later so that we really could concentrate on our family. Now, I worked full-time from that moment on, but with a little more flexibility. You know, when you are in Congress and in government, as you know, you can't say to the speaker, please don't hold votes today, my daughter has a piano recital, or, you know, my child is sick and so I'm going to stay home, which gratefully we're given that opportunity. Most people are or should be given that opportunity in a general workforce. And so I just decided that I was going to leave there and worked. After that, eventually, I spent 7 years as vice president of Google, and now I'm here with you, girlfriend.
Yes, we are here together, and we still do a lot of things together. Very proud that together we're the co-chairs of the American Italian Food Coalition.
It's a great blessing to be given at this point in our lives, isn't it?